Oh, hey, I'm Cutthroat from the Cutthroat Freak Show, and you are watching Bump in the Night TV.
Welcome to Bump in the Night TV. I'm your host, Orson Hales, and with me always is my sidekick, the man who has his last colonoscopy photograph on his shirt, Bourbon Hitchcok. What is with that shirt, Bourbon?
It's the baddest man on the planet, baby.
Who is that?
Pizza Man.
I don't look like pizza.
Of course.
Our
You know
guest
who that is?
Yes, I know. I'm messing with
Freddy Krueger.
All right, our guest tonight is our favorite incel and nerd whale and mega nerd and
ultra nerd, super nerd,
fantastic
Super
stand-up
nerd.
comedian Bryant Smith.
Hello. Hi.
What's the topic tonight?
Okay. We're going to talk about something that neither one of you guys know, but I'm a master at. We're going to talk about video games with scary stuff in it. You know, a horror movie.
Yeah. I'm a little familiar.
I think I got you guys one up on that too, because I know all about it.
Now, I know you're a little bit older than me, so was Pong really that scary?
No.
Okay, the scariest thing about video games to me is how many damn quarters I spend on it.
Right?
Oh,
That's the
wow.
really scary thing about video games is how freaking expensive they are.
I know it.
I could have gone to college.
I could have.
When I was a young little
Good thing you didn't, though.
when I was a young little grave digger, I used to go and work at a gas station when I got out of school. And then right after school, I'd run across the street to the game room. And then my mom would come get me out of the game room because she knew that's where I was at.
Well,
That was the cemetery.
were there any scary video games at the arcade back then? The Ghost and Pac-Man, that's what I did.
Well, we had. I'm trying to think. Well, you always had the Nightmare on Elm Street pinball games.
Oh, I didn't
I didn't even think of
That was
that.
one of the
There were a
first ones.
lot of great ones. There's a local bar here that has the old Elvira machine. Which,
Yeah.
and like the old Elvira machine, my poison when it came to like those classic pinball games was the Addams Family pinball game.
Yeah.
Which holds up. And they got Raul Julia to like do all of the voice for it. So, you know, it's Raul Julia yelling multi-ball, which is awesome. It's freaking great. I'm trying to think other like horror pinball machines I played. There's a really cool Ghostbusters one out now that's pretty tight. But yeah. So,
I remember there used to be one that was called the Attack of Frankenstein.
Ooh.
And you had the head of Frankenstein, and they depicted him as a monster. You know, as a in his head, and his eyes would light up. And when you
How's that go?
click the button, you go and the balls light up. When
you got a thumbnail for the
hit
episode.
the button, when you hit the buttons on the side instead of little paddles, it was his hand.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That is pretty
Going
cool.
like that. And so if the ball was anywhere near it, it wasn't like a paddle and it had the hand over it where it looked like it. It was a real hand.
That's
so if
pretty
it was anywhere near the hole, you were just knocking the shit out of it, knocking it everywhere.
So if you're trying to tilt the pinball game, you got like Frankenstein's hands on your jump.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's
That's
just-
worth the quarter.
That is. But I'm more of a more modern sort of horror game guy. My big like introduction to horror games would have been in the mid '90s with like Resident Evil 2, and Silent Hill. Are you at all familiar with those games?
Oh, absolutely.
You are? Which one's your favorite?
The ones they made movies out of.
Man, but yeah, like it's so amazing how like games can build that suspense now, and you know make it so you're getting to what the hell are you doing in there?
He lied about being prepped for the show.
Oh,
Da-da-da-da-da. That's bourbon.
getting his Bolivian marching powder out,
Oh, nice.
make him a little bit more energetic for the show.
No, I was getting ready for the end of the episode.
Ah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, trying to get rid of me already, huh? I see how it is.
No?
So, you had some early Atari games that
Yeah.
tried to jump on it.
Yeah, there were a couple. you were telling me about this earlier. I didn't know it was a thing. They made a Halloween game in 1983.
Yeah, 1983, that Atari came out with a Halloween game, and the 8-bit John Carpenter theme on there is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. That's by far the only good thing about it.
Yeah, but I want that as my ringtone now.
Me too. Just that, like, beep, 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 beep. It's so freaking cool.
I got a trivia question for you guys.
I got a trivia answer. Let's see if it matches.
And this is an Atari question.
All right.
In the game Indiana Jones, what other Atari character was also featured in that game
Pitfall Harry.
for 1 second?
Pitfall
in the
Harry.
game? Nope. The
No?
very end of the game when you won.
Pac-Man.
Eh.
The Queen of England.
Anybody out there know?
Put it in
Put
the
it
comments.
in the comments. Put it in the comments.
I think it's cool. I don't think it actually happened. I think it's an urban legend you picked up.
Hmm?
Okay, so
Yeah, no one ever actually beat
So y'all
an
don't
Atari
know?
game. No. No one ever actually beat an Atari game.
Yeah. I'll give y'all a hint. This game was one of the biggest selling Atari games ever, but it also fell to controversy. At the
E.T.
end. No.
Editorius, the extra testicle one.
Yeah. No, like, there was a... If you're ever bored, look up the legend of the very, very bad E.T. Atari game.
Oh, the one where they buried like
All of
40,
them. in
4,500 of them
Yeah.
in a Mexican landfill. And then when they came, like in 2015, and they went to just see if they were still there, and they dug part of them up. And then when they finally figured out where exactly they were, the government said, okay, yeah, you can dig them up. And they dug them all up, and then when they got them all archived and cleaned them up, the Mexican government came in 4 days later and said, oh, thank you, this is our property. And now they're, as of right now, they're selling them on eBay.
Yeah.
The government. They let the people dig them up, and then they confiscate them from, because it was their property on government land.
So this is the part of the show where I wrangle Bourbon back into the topic of horror video games.
Okay, so y'all still don't know who was featured
No,
in the game?
no.
Did it relate to the horror topic?
Mario isn't an Atari character.
He was featured in the Indiana Jones game.
I call shenanigans.
I call shenanigans.
It's on the very end of it.
I got. You can find that. Prove it. I'll buy Bourbon.
Make sure you leave the word shenanigans in the comments below.
All right. So after Halloween, Atari did a Elvira.
That I had heard about, but I never really like played.
I've never seen any of these when I was a kid.
Yeah.
All we had was
Is that the one where, as you win in the game, she starts pulling off clothes as you win?
no. I think that's like a poker game at like a bar you played one time.
Yeah.
Little video naked poker games.
That does make sense that he would play those.
Not even been in game.
So then we skip forward to a more modern console.
Yeah.
Then we go with like what? Nintendo maybe?
Sega.
I can't think of any off the top of my head on the Nintendo, but the Super Nintendo had Friday the 13th.
I thought that regular Nintendo had.
Maybe that
Yeah.
was regular
Yeah.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
It was
with,
called-
with like the blue Jason Voorhees, he'd like come up and knife you. It was awesome.
You throw rocks at them.
Yeah. I saw a playthrough of that recently where someone like, you can beat him the first time you see him by throwing rocks at him. It just you have to hit him with rocks like 300 times or something crazy like that.
I only threw them at you 4 or 5 times.
I know it. I'm sorry I got that scar from.
Yeah. That's why he's got the head injury.
So we jump from NES to what? You said Sega? Did you have something for Sega?
Sega. I had a Resident Evil game.
That was PlayStation.
You're just cheating off the board again, aren't you?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're not cheating.
Huh?
All right.
You're not cheating. But no,
There's a game that my wife plays right now that she's played for years. It's Silent Hill.
Yeah, I'm a huge Silent Hill fan. That was the first horror game that like I beat. I was like 12 years old, I think, hanging out at a buddy's house, crashing there, sleepover time, and he had Silent Hill, and we sat down and we were like, we're gonna beat this game if it kills us. We played it for 13 hours straight, got the worst possible ending. Like, we died a million times. That game was so good and like genuinely frightening, which it's hard to find, like movies that are genuinely frightening now, but games are still, holding it up. But you know, that first time when you come around a corner and it's like, is that blood? And a bunch of kids with like broken glass start stabbing you. It's awesome.
So, you know, Bourbon, you being the Nightmare on Elm Street expert, the aficionado, is there a Nightmare on Elm Street game?
Yes.
Okay.
The original one came out for the Nintendo system, the first Nintendo system, cartridge system. It was terrible.
Why was it
You
terrible?
just, when you bought it, you played it 2 or 3 times and you just stood in the collection.
Oh, God.
But over time, it got a little better. They never really was able to go fully with it because of trademarks and stuff. They were kind of limited on what they could do. The New Line Cinema didn't give them the green light on, like carte blanche on how the developers were to build a game. They was rushed every game. Every game they've ever made of Nightmare on Elm Street was rushed. So there's never really been a really good graphical game. And by the time technology got really good and the games got so graphic, Nightmare on Elm Street was already 10 years past its prime, and they were just doing the remake movies and this, and so New Line never really felt that there was a niche in building it. Because if they did one today, it wouldn't sell well because it's competing against the Resident Evil, the Silent Hill, the other, you know, gory games that are out there now. Unless they came out with a new movie, then it would be time to do that.
I keep hearing hints they are, and Robert Englund is up for it.
I mean, Robert Englund is such a legend, though.
And New Line says that as opposed to the talks, Robert Englund said he would do it, but there's actually somebody else that New Line is also considering too, Kevin Bacon. Which to me, I mean, I'm already kind of puking inside because I couldn't imagine anybody else doing it but him. I mean, do we need to go back to
like we got Kevin Bacon.
a new night? Do we need to start redoing the new Nightmare all over again?
I don't know. I kind of want to see Freddy doing Footloose.
That would be kind of funny. But
Yeah,
like thinking of Kevin Bacon as Freddy Krueger is like, I think what you're going to get, it's not going to be Freddy Krueger. What you're going to get is Scary Terry from Rick and Morty. You're going to get like kind of a cartoon version of...
That's like having Jim Carrey doing James Bond.
I want to see
I would watch that. I would watch that.
God.
I would watch that so fast.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's...
Kill the humans. Filthy humans. What? What the hell do you want?
Forgive me, Master, but it is time to do.
Can't you see that I'm resting, infernal machine?
Forgive me, Master Gore. You told me to wake you.
Fine. We'll do it. Actually, have stupid human do it. Call on the lunchbox. Oh, jeez. Where the hell am I now? Oh, God, what do you want me to do now? Oh, it's time for the jokes, isn't it? Oh, God, why is it hurt so bad? What the... Mr. Gore, you left the anal probe in again. God. So, here's your show dose of horrible dad comedy jokes. Oh, God, that really hurt. Dad comedy jokes, horror related. Oh, God, why do you guys make me do this?
Thank you, computer. Why won't a vampire drink chicken blood? Because it's foul tasting. Why didn't the skeleton go to prom? Because he had nobody to go with. These are getting worse. What did the Headless Horseman say when he got a comb for a gift? I will never part with it. Oh, jeez. Bring back the probe. Anything's better than this.
You took the money, human, so you must continue with the jokes, whether you like it or not. Or probing.
What do you call a row of zombies? A deadline. And last and finally, what did the sign say outside of Hannibal Lecter's mortuary? You kill him, I'll grill him. That's all for now, folks. I have to be returned to my extraterrestrial torture. Enjoy the show. Oh, God, it hurts.
Me, I got to wrangle it.
Wrangle us up. Wrangle us
All right,
up.
so the one that sticks out the most, man, spent most time and pretty much gave me sleepless nights was Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame was really good.
Have you seen Fatal Frame?
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell me about Fatal Frame.
That's that little game that you drive around town and it's like a mobile game, and you start adding you trying to find out where the characters are, and you get points for that game, right? You run into Walmart, say, I got it.
No, that's Pokemon.
No, it was that one.
So Fatal Frame is a PS2 release, and it's Japanese in origin.
Extremely.
And like it actually came to America before all the Japanese horror films like The Ring.
Yeah, like before Ring and Grudge really blew up, and the idea of like Japanese horror blowing up in the U.S. I loved that game so much because that's the one where you have the camera, right?
Yeah,
you
the antique camera
ghost.
that catches ghosts only.
Yeah, and so it's like your only gun, and that to me, and that's something that moving forward in the horror genre and like a horror game genre that I found really fascinating, really fun, is that, you know, unlike Resident Evil or Silent Hill or Alone in the Dark, games like that where you got a weapon, you got, you know, a knife, a gun, a rocket launcher, you know, a bottled bourbon fart, and and instead you have a camera, and so you have to like use that as your gun, use that as your weapon, and that, you know, eventually became what would become games like Amnesia and Outlast and Soma and things like that, where you know.
Did you say Soma? I like Soma.
The one where you're underwater.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the pills.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, Soma is the game where you play a guy that has like a brain hemorrhage and he travels to the future and is accosted in an underwater laboratory by robot monster zombies.
I kind of want to watch that video.
It's actually really tight. You should check it out. But yeah, I love Fatal Frame.
It's something you were say?
We need to make a game, a Bump in the Night TV video game.
All right, so we got any...
yeah, if you're a developer, make that game.
Where you walk around and you throw cigars at people. Explosive cigars.
Oh, I like explosive cigars.
Yeah, there you go.
And like the health potion could be like...
whiskey.
And instead of a life bar, you've got a fuel bar, like where you have to light your cigars and so on.
And you can be like the AI sidekick that like just bumps in the walls and stuff.
No, it'll be like make it like a side-scrolling game, like the old Simpsons game.
Oh my god!
It's like you guys and I don't know me because I'm awesome and I was here for the idea, so put me in the game. But like your weapon is like, you know, wielding a bottle of scotch. His weapon is his stunning ignorance. My weapon would be, I don't know, sharp wit. Beat up Monty Burns.
Bourbon just throwing money at it.
Money stacks.
That's my money.
Blades on the sides of money stacks.
I thought it was really actually that one guy you worked for, Bobby Anderson's money.
I mean, we make the money for him. He takes a percentage.
It don't matter whose money it is.
It's a complicated.
It doesn't matter whose money it is. I'm going to spend it.
He wants to spend my money. I hate you.
Thank you for that new merch, Bobby Anderson.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so I think at the end of our video game, there should be an appearance by Mario.
Yeah.
I did
In the business, I think that's what we call a callback.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of piece of shit, where is that Bobby Anderson?
I don't know. We can call him if you want to.
Yeah, he doesn't take my calls anymore because he owes me money.
Okay, so going back to the old
I still got
arcade
that OU
cabinets.
from last season.
So going back to arcade cabinets. So you mentioned Resident Evil, which was that on a shooter game?
No, Resident Evil was the original Resident Evil released for the PlayStation 1. I want to say 1995.
So
96?
was House of the Dead the only shooter
House
game?
of the Dead was I think the only like horror themed shooter, which I played the hell out of that game. I loved House of the Dead. If you have a House of the Dead machine at your house, call me. I want to hang out. I want to chill. I want to shoot stuff.
You also had arcade games, Castlevania.
Actually, we were playing that game.
Yeah, like Pizza Hut, dude. That was
Dude, I did not know that. Like, I had the original Castlevania on the NES, and I never beat it because I got it when I was like 7, and that game's crazy hard. But like that, and then I've actually been watching my roommate play through Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the PlayStation 1 entry into the series, and just the gothic architecture and the gothic horror and excuse me, and the just overall feel and the music, and it's just like such a perfectly made game. And they don't make them like that no more. They don't make them like that.
There's another shooter game, the Aliens shooter game.
Yes, I had forgotten those games existed. I almost failed a semester of high school because of the Alien versus Predator shooter game on PC.
Yeah. So, okay, let's look at it this way. If you were to take a horror movie franchise and make a video game out of it that doesn't exist yet, what would it be?
Ooh,
Saw.
Oh, nice.
That is a good call.
Saw,
That
nice.
is a good call.
Because that game is so versatile.
That's a really good question because like so many horror games don't necessarily lend themselves very well to being a video game, or horror movies don't lend themselves to being a video game.
Because Saw, that would be more like a
puzzle solving
an
game.
escape room kind of game.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, Bourbon's on the board for 2 tonight.
Yeah.
The pinball machines and Saw.
Yeah.
My thought, though, I want to see an arcade game. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, that'd be sweet. That'd be super.
Now, would you play as Leatherface or would you be like the people trying to escape?
I think if it's like a game you're playing at home and it's trying to scare you, you play as the people trying to escape. But if you are playing in an arcade, you're playing as Leatherface, which they actually, if you're interested in it, they took a lot of inspiration from Texas Chainsaw Massacre for the 7th Resident Evil game. Resident Evil 7, like you are in a creepy house in the middle of nowhere trying to escape an inbred murder family.
I got a better idea.
Okay, top it. Top it.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Instead of being one or the other, you are the player trying to join the family of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So you are chasing other people, and as you progress in the game, you get better weapons and more stuff. And at the end of the game, if you win certain levels, you advance to becoming a member of the family. That's the goal at the end of the game.
Cool
And
idea.
at the end of the game, you get to see Mario.
Yeah. They actually have something very similar to that out right now. Actually, it's a couple of them. They did a more recent Friday the 13th game that has this mechanic, and then the game Dead by Daylight, where it's basically like 5 people playing at once. One plays the monster, and the other 4 play the survivors. It's the job of the monster to murder all the survivors. It's the job of the survivors to survive.
Isn't that Until Dawn or something like that?
Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. Okay.
Yeah,
So
which
those
is
are two.
sweet.
I get confused with Until Dawn and Dead by Daylight. So what's the difference?
I'm not 100% sure. I haven't played Until Dawn.
You're the worst nerd ever.
I am. I'm terrible at it. I've played everything else on the board, at least a little bit. Although I didn't care for Fear, and this is an unpopular opinion. I'm just going right off the board now. I apologize, audience.
The cheat board.
The cheat board. So, I played pretty much everything on the board except for, Halloween 83, Elvira, and Until Dawn. I've beaten 2 of the 3 Dead Space games. This is an unpopular opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I do not care for the Dead Space games. I think they're...
Oh, are you on your special meds? Are you on your special meds today?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, I'll take it. Doctor's orders. You can smell the glass.
I will give you $1 to never do that again. You got $1? Hey, can I borrow $1?
I got an IOU from Bourbon.
Oh, there we go.
Here,
let me see that.
Oh, wait, there's a wallet.
Oh, give me that.
Oh, you want that?
There we go. Here, I'll give you $1 to never do that again.
I'll give you 5 to do it to something else.
But yeah, the Dead Space game is one of those that falls into the pitfall of being very, very predictable. Is you can kind of tell throughout all of those games when the monsters are going to come out. And it's always kind of driven me crazy. And it's not a good game. Dead Space is not a good horror game. If you want a good horror experience, go pick up Outlast, go pick up Amnesia, go pick up Soma. Hell, pick up Luigi's Mansion. The new Luigi's Mansion is supposed to be real tight.
Or Donkey Kong. You can do Donkey Kong, Pac-Man.
I mean, I guess you could...
Spy Hunter.
I don't know. Donkey Kong, I guess you could, I guess gorillas are scary. They're throwing flaming barrels.
Right there toward the end when he picks
I mean,
up and catches the barrels on fire.
Now who's his it's Donkey Kong and who's trying to stop him?
Mario.
Every time we say
Clanky Drinky.
Mario.
So, but yeah,
and you said Luigi's Mansion too. Who's you looking for?
Looking for Mario. Guess who's at the end of that game? Guess who's at the end of that game?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah! Oh, man.
Alright, so comment on what you like as your favorite horror video game, and if we missed something, text and put it all in there and blame Bourbon.
And
blame Bourbon.
If anybody's got the Indiana Jones game, play it at the end and show these 2 jokers that I'm telling the truth.
I want to screenshot.
If you can prove to me empirically, if you can send us a screenshot of Mario at the end of that game, I will personally mail you a Bump in the Night sticker.
Why did you give my stuff away for? Jesus Christ. Speaking of my stuff, what do we got?
We got new stickers. We got new ones.
What else we got?
New ones. Huh?
What else we got? Stickers and...
We've also got t-shirts. We got a brand new t-shirt too.
All right.
Brand new t-shirt?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting paid in?
I'm mailing him out. Yeah, I'm mailing him out by the dozen. About a dozen every week.
Dang.
Mailing them out.
Well, thank you for watching. What should they do, Bourbon?
You should like the video.
And...
Ring the bell icon.
And...
Subscribe to the channel.
And it's
do it now.
The show where we kill the guests.
Come here.
I hate it when they run.
See you later.